This story is created by a parent like you, using Talebot.
Ivy Greenleaf and the Whispering Woods of Willowbrook. A special bedtime story for Ivy Greenleaf. In the quaint village of Willowbrook, where every cobblestone and creeper held a story, lived a spirited 9-year-old girl named Ivy Greenleaf. Ivy, with her wide, curious eyes and a head full of untamed auburn curls, was known throughout Willowbrook for her adventurous spirit. The villagers often chuckled among themselves, saying Ivy had more curiosity in her little finger than the entire village put together. One rainy afternoon, when the clouds grumbled with thunder and the raindrops played a symphony on the rooftops, Ivy found herself rummaging through the ancient books in her family's library. The library was a treasure trove of tales, with shelves that reached the ceiling and a ladder that slid from one end to the other. As Ivy climbed the ladder, a book with a cover as green as the leaves after rain caught her attention. With effort, she pulled it from its place, sending a cloud of dust dancing in the sliver of light that snuck in through the window. The book was titled The Enchanted Forest, a guide for the brave and the bold. Its pages, yellowed with age, whispered promises of adventures and secrets waiting to be uncovered. As Ivy flipped through the pages, a map fluttered out, landing softly on the wooden floor. It was a map of the Enchanted Forest, a place Ivy had always believed was just a myth spun by the village elders. Intrigued and with adventure calling her name, Ivy decided to visit the Enchanted Forest. She packed a small bag with essentials, her trusty compass, a jar of honey from her grandmother's pantry, for you never knew when you might need to make friends with a bear, and a woolen scarf knit by her mother. As the sun rose the next morning, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Ivy set out towards where the map promised wonders and mysteries. The entrance to the Enchanted Forest was exactly where the map showed, hidden behind a cascade of ivy and whispering leaves. The moment Ivy stepped within, the air changed. It was filled with the scent of wildflowers and the chorus of unseen creatures. The trees seemed to lean in, curious about the visitor in their midst. Ivy's heart beat with excitement as she followed the map, leading her deeper into the forest. Along the way, she met a variety of magical beings. First, there was Marlow, a mischievous squirrel with fur as silver as moonlight. He was in a bit of a pickle, having misplaced his treasure, a chestnut so shiny it could light up the darkest night. Ivy, with her keen eyes, found it nestled under a tuft of grass.
Talebot, tailor-made tales for your child's dreams.
Grateful, Marlow promised to be her guide through the forest. Together, they encountered Francesca, a timid fox with a voice too soft for most to hear. But Ivy listened, and learned that Francesca dreamed of singing to the moon but was scared her voice would never reach that far. Ivy shared the honey she had brought, and beneath the silver glow of the moon, they found that Francesca's voice could indeed reach the moon, for the moon bent down to listen. Further into the forest, they discovered a clearing where the trees parted to reveal the sky in all its starry grandeur. Here, they met an old owl named Beatrix who spoke in riddles and saw time as a spiral. Beatrix challenged Ivy with a riddle: what is it that's never ahead, always behind, yet guides us blindly? Ivy thought hard, her brows furrowed in concentration, and at last, she answered, memory. Beatrix, impressed, granted Ivy the gift of wisdom, to see beyond the surface and understand the heart of matters. The climax of Ivy's adventure came when she reached the heart of the Enchanted Forest, where an ancient tree stood, its branches heavy with glowing fruits. The map revealed this as the source of the forest's magic, but it was dying, its light dimming. Ivy, with the help of her new friends, realized that to save the tree, they needed to share their stories, their joys, sorrows, and dreams. As they did, the tree absorbed their tales, and its light grew stronger until it illuminated the entire forest, chasing away shadows of doubt and fear. Ivy returned to Willowbrook as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of goodbye. She carried with her not just tales of her adventure but also lessons learned. She learned the importance of listening, for often the softest voices carry the deepest wisdom. She learned the power of memories in guiding us through the darkest paths. But most importantly, she learned that sharing our stories, our truest selves, can heal and illuminate the darkest of places. As the moon rose, a beacon in the night, Ivy, now back in the warmth of her home, shared her adventure with her family. Her parents listened with wide-eyed wonder, seeing in their daughter not just the little girl they knew but a storyteller, an adventurer, a bringer of light. And somewhere, deep in the heart of the Enchanted Forest, a tree glowed a little brighter, its magic a testament to a little girl named Ivy Greenleaf, who had the courage to venture into the unknown and the heart to bring back light.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.